Unusual art and writing discoveries from the ancient world. Number 1. Morbid murals. In 2012, Chinese archaeologists made a locate that has of late spread to the remainder of mainstream researchers. It was a burial place looking like an octagon, finished off with a pyramid-molded rooftop. Found in Yangchuan, the design was fabricated 700 years prior and 7 of the dividers were enriched with paintings. One showed a couple, the missing proprietors of the grave. 2 different scenes portrayed grim stories. Both included helpless families confronting the nerve-wracking decision of murdering someone to guarantee their own endurance. Each time, the emphasis fell on an old relative. In the story where the guardians chose to save the grandma by covering their young child alive, they were compensated by discovering treasure while burrowing the opening. No one must be forfeited. Primus player placeholder in the subsequent story, the granddad was just saved a remorseless demise in light of the fact that the youthful child of the house took steps to do likewise to his dad once he was old. The dad planned to allow the elderly person to starve. The stories appear to be dim, however they showed a worth the old Chinese once held in high respect, the security of the old. Number 2. New Nazca lines. As of late, more than 50 new plans turned up in Peru's Nazca Desert. The tremendous locale is acclaimed for old drawings that must be seen from the air. The gigantic plans incorporate unmistakable fowls and different creatures just as mathematical plans. Most were made by the Nazca culture, 8200 to 700. However, some were likewise made by before societies called the Paracas and Tapara, 500 BC to AD 200. The newfound pictures are accepted to have been made by either the Paracas or Tapara. They drew by eliminating the dirt and uncovering lines of lighter earth under. This strategy was subsequently received by the Nazca culture. The vast majority of the fresh debuts showed heroes, which could flag a Paracas cause since they regularly made human figures. Ever since the principal pictures paralyzed the world many years prior, analysts have scoured the desert. This makes 50 new ones all the seriously amazing. They may perhaps add a superior comprehension regarding why Nazca has geoglyphs, an undertaking that crossed 3 societies and in excess of 1,000 years. If you like what you please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Number 3. First Jesus in Trapasitsa. Trapasitsa fortress in Bulgaria was previously an old fortification and the capital of the Second Bulgarian Empire. At the point when an archaic church was uncovered in Trapasitsa in 2018, it was destined to join a horde of others previously found at the site. Nonetheless, the 13th century building was special in a since quite a while ago anticipated way. One would accept that the temples, numbering more than 20, would show a picture of Jesus. All things being equal, there was a finished absence of workmanship showing human figures, heavenly or something else. Besides that, the new structure. It uncovered wall paintings so stunning that it turned into the congregation with the best artworks at Trapasitsa fortress. Among the photos were 3 people with radiances, and one of them portrayed Jesus. Another novel component was that the congregation was joined to within mass of the fort. It stays a secret with respect to why this structure got Jesus. The congregation was little by the present principles, estimating 4 meters, 13 feet, wide and 10 meters, 33 feet, long. Archaeologists additionally accepted that it was a ward for workers and was not utilized by the Fortification Society's world class. Number 4. The retrograde. In 2018, archaeologists broke into a burial place situated in Kyumi, the most seasoned antiquated Greek city in the Western world. The actual chamber was 2,200 years of age and ravaged by burial place burglars. The hoodlums left behind a weird fresco. It stumbled into a few dividers and showed individuals going to a meal. One of them was an exposed male worker. The actual canvas was an exceptional find. The wide range of various burial chambers in the zone contain paintings done distinctly in white or red. The huge burial place's landscape contained numerous tones. Be that as it may, the painting was strangely obsolete. When it was painted, the craftsmanship's look had been unfashionable for longer than a century. Archaeologists don't comprehend why the rich proprietors picked an unfashionable retro style as opposed to something in vogue. The disintegrating fresco was taken out from the chamber, along with parts found on the ground, to be reassembled and protected for any kind of future family. Number 5. Roman literacy link. The Romans neglected to attack Scotland, and one explanation was the Picts. These savage neighborhood clans drove the Roman armed force out each time that troopers endeavored to get Scotland. Not a ton is thought about the Picts, yet they were acclaimed for expand body workmanship just as the images they cut on surfaces like stone and bones. Analysts for the most part concurred that it was some sort of composed language yet did not understand how it started. Numerous researchers accepted that it advanced long after the Romans left Britain. Notwithstanding, new proof recommended that the intruders were the wellspring of the Pictish want to begin composing. Ongoing unearthings at ancestral destinations showed local people built up their composed language around 1,700 years prior, likely due to being presented to Roman content. The Picts never received Latin, and hence, their composing remain undeciphered. 5. Rome likewise neglected to overcome Ireland, Germany, and Scandinavia. Strangely, around the very time that Pictish images created, other composing frameworks bloomed, likely likewise because of experiencing Roman proficiency. Runes arose in Scandinavia and Germany, and Ogham in Ireland.